Okay, well, welcome everybody, and thank you for joining me today for our Connect University. Hands-on Connect Cloud Solutions is excited to be able to provide any and all of the digital solutions you need, whether it's with our flagship volunteer management product, Hands-on Connect, or gaining additional insight and training with these Connect University sessions, or learning about our partners' applications through our Connect Exchange series. We also offer sales implementation built applications and additional administrative support through Hands-on Connect Cloud Solutions has got you covered, whatever your needs. And just as a reminder, I'll be recording this session for future viewing if you'd like to share it with your colleagues and partners. So today we're going to talk about Salesforce Files, which is the best way to share documents for Hands-on Connect users who in the past have been using documents. My name is Larry Deckel, and I'm the product manager of Hands-on Connect Cloud Solutions. And we're going to have a brief 20-minute session today on Salesforce Files, and I'm also going to get into the new Salesforce Note functionality. So we're going to do a quick overview of the different ways that Salesforce manages documents, and we're going to talk about why you should stop using the Documents tab for your documents, and why you should start using Salesforce Files and how to do it. We're going to show you how to share a file on your Hands-on Connect public site, and time permitting, I want to show you how to update your page layouts to start using the new notes and files instead of notes and attachments. So Salesforce has a number of different ways of allowing the storage of documents, and they've changed things over the years, but they have ways of storing documents, images, PDFs, Word docs, etc. There are attachments. There is Salesforce CRM content. There's something called Salesforce Knowledge. There's the Documents tab, which Hands-on Connect users have used for a long time, and Salesforce Files, otherwise known as Chatter files, that came around with the growth of Chatter. Let's talk about what each of these are. So attachments is a way to attach a file of any kind to a specific record in Salesforce. You'll see a button on the related list that's called Notes and Attachments, where you could create a note, that's the old Salesforce notes, or attach a file, and it's really an attachment. It's not a Salesforce file, it's an attachment, and that's an old school way of doing things. There's also Salesforce CRM, which is a publishing system built into Salesforce for managing repositories of documents into collections called libraries. You can create content packs and send them to external users, and it's pretty complicated to use and manage, and not a good solution for one-off sharing of documents, which is what we're going to talk about today, which is, hey, if I have a file and I want to store it somewhere and I want to put it on my Hands-on Connect public site or anywhere else on the internet, how can I do that? Document packs and libraries are more for collecting piles of documents, and we're not going to get into that at all today. It's kind of an advanced topic. Salesforce Knowledge is a way to create and manage content through articles in a knowledge base. Internal users and customers in a Salesforce community can search and find articles. And it's an add-on to Salesforce, and it does have a cost involved, and usually used when Salesforce is being used as a support center. So most people using Hands-on Connect are not running support centers and probably have no use immediately for Salesforce Knowledge, unless they want to make an internal knowledge base for their staff. So the Documents tab, and this is the legacy way in which Hands-on Connect users have been storing documents that they wish to use either internally or to share via their public sites. And it's always had some downsides. It's a bit complicated to use. There's a bunch of, you need to know, hey, open it up, upload a document, set the sharing for it, then if you want to share it externally, you've kind of got to get the URL and hack that URL and change it so it'll work on your public site. And it's just been a bit awkward to use. We do have documentation in our Hands-on Connect Help Center on how to use documents, but we no longer recommend that you use documents. We now are suggesting that everyone should start using files. Oh, and by the way, one of the reasons for stopping using documents and for stopping using attachments is that Salesforce Lightning, which is the new interface for Salesforce, is not going to support documents and is not going to support attachments. They are using Salesforce Files as the replacement, which is why we're going to encourage you to start using Files. So what is Salesforce Lightning? Lightning is the new Salesforce user interface. Most of us currently use what's called Salesforce Classic now, but Lightning is the future of Salesforce, and Salesforce will not be supporting attachments in its new Lightning interface, and Salesforce will not be supporting documents in the new Lightning interface. There's still a few things that you do have to store in documents, like images for letterhead, but they are working on removing all dependencies on the documents folder from Salesforce, and Lightning will be the future, as will Files. And so we will be working towards transitioning folks who want to move to Salesforce Lightning, and we will have a Lightning version of Hands-on Connect available shortly. Here's a sneak preview of what it might look like. This is the new Lightning interface, and it's quite attractive and beautiful, has a lot of interesting power to it. And again, it does not use documents and it does not use attachments. So Salesforce Files, that's what we recommend you use, and they've been available for a couple of years, and they are the planned replacement in Lightning for attachments and documents, and they offer a number of advantages over documents. They are quick and easy to upload. They can be added as attachments to records, just as the old attachments could be. You can add them via chatter. You can add them via the file object. You can add updates to the file and still keep the earlier drafts, so you don't actually replace them. You just put in a new draft and the latest draft is published. They are quick and easy to share externally. And the viewer for files that when you share them publicly, even will make a Word document viewable on a website. And browsers do not natively allow for the display of Microsoft Word docs. Typically one converts them to PDFs, which can be viewed on the web. But as a Salesforce file, you can actually have a native Word document and keep it in that format so that if somebody wants to view it, they can, and they can download it and get a Word doc. So, and they're easy to view and download from a public web page. So let me show you how this works. I'm going to do a brief demo for you today. So if you go to your Salesforce instance, and here I'm in a Hands-on Connect instance, you're going to want to look for the Files tab. And by the way, if that tab, if you haven't been using it, isn't there, you can click on the plus sign, which will get you to any place. So I could go to Files from here, or if I wanted to use it instead of documents, for example, I could come over here and say, remove things and add files over here, which I've done. But you can customize what tabs appear here, and you can put files in a place where it's easy to get to them. So we're going to go to Files, and we'll get to it from here. And by default, it shows me recently view filed. And let's say I have a document I want to link to on a public site. In fact, what if I had a whole bunch of documents that I wanted to store? I can click here and upload files, and with the usual file dialog, where you look for it in your browser. But you can also drag and drop files here, and you can drag and drop more than one. So I'm just going to open up my Finder. I'm here in a Mac, and I'm going to grab 4 documents, 3 PDFs, and 1 Word document that I want to store in Salesforce and eventually share. And I'm just going to and I'm going to grab these and drag them. I'm having a little drag and drop troubles here today. All right, I'm just going to drag them one at a time. There's 1, there's 2. I'm not the greatest drag and dropper in the world. 3, and usually you can grab them all at once. And notice as fast as that, all 4 files are successfully uploaded. So now, what if I want to share one of these files? Let's say I want to share my Microsoft Word document sample. just to show you that you can view a Microsoft Word there. When I right-click over here, notice I can download it if I want a local copy. I can upload a new version if we change the content of this. I can share it with people on the back end of Salesforce. I can share with groups, or I can share via a link, which is what we want to do because we want to place this on our public site. And it basically just gives you the link you need. So I'm just going to copy that, and I'm going to grab a little text document here so I can save that. So this was the Microsoft Word sample document. That's the URL for that. And I'm going to close that one. And let's also do this photo release form. So same thing. I'm just going to say share via link, grab that link. I've copied it to my clipboard. I'm going to go to my little thing here. That was the photo release form. And I'm going to just note what that is. And now I'm ready to link. So I'm going to go to the Hands-on Connect CMS. And this is a page where I want to put it on. This is one of the pages of content. I could get to it from the page menu here. I just happen to have navigated to it. And I want to edit this page. And notice I already have a couple of documents there. And I'm going to just put in, let me grab my little text file there. So I'm going to just move this to another screen so I can type and see at the same time. So I want to put in my photo release, and I want to put in my MS Word sample document. And now all I need to do is I'm going to go to photo release, and I'm going to say I want to make a link, and I'm going to click on the link, and I'm just going to grab the URL that I easily got out of Salesforce. That's the photo release. And I'm going to grab that URL and just stick it right in here. And because I wanted to open it in a new window, I'm going to just choose new window. So just that easily. Now I'll do my Microsoft Word document. I'm going to click on link. I'm going to grab my link here, like so. And I want that to open in a new window. And very quickly, I have made attachments for two documents. Quick to upload. I'm going to save this page. Quick to upload them, quick to store them, and quick to link them, as I don't have to hack the URL or anything like that. And now, when this refreshes, let's look at our photo release. Opens right up, and I have a photo release. I can scroll through pages if it's a multi-page document. There's a nice little download button here. Exactly how this appears may vary from browser to browser. And even in my Microsoft Word document, if I click on this, actually opens up, even though it's a Microsoft Word document, it's here, and I can download this, and I would actually get the original Microsoft Word document file, but I can read it and see it here online. So that means you don't have to convert things to the PDF format if you want to display it online. So that's how easy it is to use files, and it's so much easier than using the old documents. So let me show you one other thing, as long as we've got the time here, and that is Salesforce has a new notes functionality. Which is an improvement over the old notes functionality. The new notes functionality works in Lightning. Whoops. It works in Salesforce 1. It allows you to use rich text in your Salesforce notes. You can create lists. You can add notes to multiple records. You can search notes. You can share notes, because the notes are saved in files as well. So in order to do this, to use the new notes, you need to do a few things. You need to activate it in settings. You need to add a related list to the objects where you want to use those notes. And then, of course, you probably want to put the files related list as well. So let me show you very quickly how to do that. We're going to go into Salesforce here, and I've gone to Setup, and I just typed in Notes. And if you go to Notes Settings, there's a little checkbox that says Enable Notes. And once you do that, it turns on the new note functionality in Salesforce. And once that's been enabled, what you want to do is go to different page layouts that you have. Let me, and I don't know if I've changed those in here or not. Let's take a quick look. So we're just going to look at a contact record. Most of you are going to have the old related list called notes and attachments, but we're going to replace that. Let's see, what have I got here? Yeah, I've got the old notes and attachments. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and go to the layout, because we don't want to use the old attachments and we don't want to use the old notes. So we're going to just scroll down here and we're going to remove notes and attachments. Now, keep this here if you have old attachments or you have old notes that you want to keep, but if you don't, just get rid of it. And instead, go to related lists, and you're going to put two related lists in, one called notes, that's the new notes, and one called files, because that's the way you're going to store file attachments to records. Oops, files down here, and just save it. And that's all you need to do. And you want to do this in each page layout for each object so that you can start using the new notes and the new files. And the new notes are pretty cool. You can create them right here in Chatter, or you can go down to the notes related list and create them. And I'll do one here. And the new notes are nice because they come with a rich text editor, so you can make things bold, you can underline them, you can create lists easily, do this, do that. I believe you can even check off things in notes and give it a title, my sample note, and save it. So the new notes have a lot more functionality than the text-based notes that are the old Salesforce notes. So bottom line is, we suggest that moving forward, keeping up with what's going on in Salesforce, that you stop using documents to store your documents and start using files, and turn on the new note functionality and stop using the old notes and attachments, because this will poise you to be ready to transition to Lightning, which doesn't support the old notes, the old attachments, and instead uses files and the new notes. Okay. Well, that's it for today. We've got some upcoming webinars. On Thursday, September 28th, we're going to show you Hands-on Connect sharing portal improvements. We're going to highlight some of the new things that have come in the sharing portal for Hands-on Connect. And on Thursday, October 5th, a special session on volunteer milestones. To register, www.handsonconnect.org/webinars. And of course, you can find all of our past Hands-on Connect University sessions. It's turning into a lovely library of a lot of information about Salesforce and Hands-on Connect. And you can find them at handsonconnect.org/past webinars. Thank you for being here today, and everybody have a great day. We'll see you next time.